I said I wasn't going to ask you a lot about M&A, but I do have to ask you, how are you guys feeling about the spin of your company, and what is the mood internally about the changes to come?
Yeah, we're focused. As you know, we announced earlier that we're splitting the company into two different entities, and that's where we're focused on. And really, nothing has changed. The day-to-day, we're co-CEOs of the movie business. We're planning our slates for 26. We're planning our slates for 27. So nothing has changed, and we're feeling really excited.
Yeah. As you can imagine, when there's a good run at a studio, morale is pretty high. So we have great morale at the studio right now. The team is clicked, almost like a tribe or a family. It's been 2 years of transformation, and this slate was kind of the inaugural slate of the new Warner Brothers. So everyone's morale is very high. But as far as the moment we're in, we just figure there's always going to be speculation, and we just try to keep our heads down and stick to the job at hand.
And what has the response been like internally when you have sort of constant headlines about the guy who was just here buying your company?
Our North Star... Our North Star is do the work. Keep your head down and do the work. There's always going to be speculation in our business. We're in a massive time of disruption, and everyone's going to constantly be saying, what's going to happen next? Who's going to be there? You can't focus on that. You have to focus on the work. And I think what's so exciting about Warner Brothers right now, even though it's an over 100-year-old company, we all approach it with like startup energy. So it's actually a really great time to be making movies and TV.
Our teams, our teams are used to it because it's
this company's been bought and sold.
Right. Yeah. Some of the inherited Warner people, understand this feeling. But to Pam's point about startup energy, when we started to work for David, one of his edicts to us is, challenge all assumptions. The business has to transform. It has to adapt to the moment we're in. And we talked about Moneyball a lot, because Billy Beane in that movie and in the book was all about adapt or die. So the company right now has been battle-tested, and it has been challenging assumptions for 2 years. So we're heading to, as far as the day-to-day, we're heading for that split. That's the course that David has charted. And people trust David because this whole slate strategy, this whole diversified slate, the label strategy, getting DC up on its feet, getting New Line pumping, getting animation, which comes online for us next year, pumping. We still think it's the winning strategy, and he was really the author of that for us.